Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're checking out what if Indonesia formed an empire. Now, Indonesia had an empire like a while ago. Let me get it real quick. I have to go. See, look, it controlled a lot over here. They control all of Indonesia. They controlled a lot, so they're gonna try and reform it. They did get into Thailand, so yeah, they're gonna try and reform the Massafit Empire, but a little more than that. So they consist of everything over here. I can't get the full thing of Asia because this thing doesn't know how to do it. Yeah, so the first thing they do is go on a military conquest. They go on a military conquest and declare war on the Maldives, and they annex the Maldives. Alright. Okay, now I gotta put in the Maldives. Yeah, if I want to get this over here, I have to do the Maldives. Now that they have the Maldives, they can obviously go for Sri Lanka, but they're gonna go for someone else. That being Timor-Leste, they're not shown on this map, so I'll just color them in over here. They're pretty simple. They're small. They were also a Portuguese colony. So now they have control over this area. Now also they will annex all Papua New Guinea. Where is Bougainville? I think it's this entire island with West and East Britain, New Britain. Because most of Papua New Guinea was under British control a bit. So yeah, we're just going to give them all of it. What is this? And now they'll ready their military. They'll go on a conquest and capture Singapore, annexing them. And then they'll move their military into Singapore, build their navy up. They use this island and they declare war on Brunei, completely annexing them. Now, Malaysia's cooked. They might have a three-front war. So, now that they have all of this, they declare war on Malaysia. They capture their mainland over here. first. Then they move in from all of this. It's been a while since I've done an Empire video, so we might as well do an Empire video today. Next will be China, and yeah, ultimately, all of Malaysia has been annexed. Let's take a look at a peace treaty. Alright, in this peace treaty we see full annexation of Malaysia, which they've almost reformed the entire Bajaput Empire. So now all they need is a bit of Thailand. They can reform the Bajaput Empire. So let's just get that annexation going over here. Wait, Alright. So they have a lot of land now. So they reformed almost all the Bajaput Empire. Well, now they move over, they use their navy and declare war on Sri Lanka. You might expect them to lose, but they actually won and annexed all of Sri Lanka. Now let me go back here. Let's just code them in now. So let's look at their sphere of influence. So their sphere of influence is kind of like this. They kind of influence a bit of land over here. This is like their influence. So they influence all of Malaysia, of their territory, a bit of India, and a bit of Myanmar, Cambodia, Thailand, Philippines, and a bit of the Philippines and Vietnam. So yeah, that's their sphere of influence. So now they ready their military to invade into Thailand. So goes pretty well. Yeah. Until Cambodia joins in on this invasion just to get land. So does Lao. Even Myanmar joins in. And yeah, this is the borders of Thailand are like just from colonialism. Like this area, the reason why this looks like this and this, they got this from Thailand. Myanmar was a part of the British Empire called the British Raj. And these two were a part of French Indochina, which you can see the borders. Well, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, this invasion went pretty well. So yeah, let's see the peace treaty. Alright, in this peace treaty we see that Myanmar, Indonesia will get this land. Myanmar will get this land. And then the rest will split between these guys. So you can see where the borders were. Now let's get these guys their borders. They're so large they don't need to make puppet states right now. But they will make puppet states soon. They're not going to be allies. They just joined the invasion for the land gains. If we give these three united, French Indochina, if this area united, British Raj. Well, now they ready their military. Speaking of the British Raj, oh wait, let me just give them the land I got. So yeah, now they have all the land that you ever wanted. They reformed the Machapat Empire, but they're still not done yet. Because now their sphere of influence still has all of this. So now their influence reaches. Now they influence all of them. Influence all of this area. Not China, because. But as you can see, they are right on the coast, right here. Bangladesh. Now, why? May you ask? Well, yeah. So they do this because, yeah, they want easier access to Myanmar. So, yeah, they get fully annexed into the Indonesian Empire. Now we see that so now they declare war on the Philippines. Now they ask the U.S. for help, but the U.S. would refuse to help the Philippines because they don't want to get interfered with Indonesia's conquest because they don't want to lose. Well, they don't want to lose Hawaii to Indonesia. So they'll stay out of this. They'll stay out of it. So the Philippines is like, really? Really, bro? And yeah, they take over this island. And this island, they are pretty large, so they're gonna like get so they might make a puppet state. Yeah, yeah. So they'll start island hopping. Why does this look so weird? It looks like an arrow, actually. So yeah, their conquest of these islands are pretty easy. Pretty sure they've already captured Milan. Have they? Where is Milan? Manila. Yeah, they haven't captured that yet. Well, they captured it. So they got all of the Philippines. Yeah. Let's look at a peace treaty. Interesting. So they take all of this area right here, and this area becomes a puppet state. So let me do this and do that. So let's do that. Actually, let me just color in all of the Philippines. Now let me do the puppet state colors. Now that they have all this, they do a little, they do a funny thing. They invade Vietnam. Yeah, they want these dense jungles. Vietnam's like, what the frick is going on? And yeah, this is pretty easy for Indonesia because there's little to no resistance. And some of the people in Vietnam want to join Indonesia, so yeah, they're not fighting for the government. Yeah, that happens. Now let's look at a peace treaty. In this peace treaty, we see that all of this land gets annexed by Indonesia. And the rest becomes a puppet. Yeah. They made another puppet state. Oh, this time being Vietnam. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the borders here. My phone's dying, by the way, guys. No, let's just color in all of Vietnam. Now let me get this. right over here. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna be back here soon. For the puppet saints, I'm just gonna get them the same color as every puppet saint. Don't want to change the color. Yeah, it's kind of like how Vietnam was split in the night for North and South. So I'll get the charger real quick. I'll get my mom's charger back real quick. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna put this back up here. Hold on. Okay, okay, alright. Alright. Next. Okay. Don't. I think it's gonna work. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I had to get my Chromebook charger. Chromebook. So as you can see, yeah. Now, this is a little too big, but the borders are a little bit weird. So, what are they gonna do? Well, now they're gonna invade into Myanmar. How would they do that? Right here and right here. So how would they? So they're only alone. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna get these two to help them, but they're not gonna become allies. But they'll join just for land gains. So you can see Indonesia will go from here, meet up with Cambodia, and they'll go over here. Bangladesh surrounding this border so they can't escape into India. And now they're going to go around the border of China using Laos. Laos will also get this so they can't flee. They'll also invade into the coast. They'll also go around the coast, cutting them off from their coast. Now Cambodia and Laos will meet up, surrounding them from all sides, and yeah. Now it's a one front. Now we see Myanmar is getting smacked around by these guys. Now we see Myanmar fold over, and let's look at a peace treaty. Alright. So in this peace treaty we see that Myanmar is going to get divided up just like this. With Indonesia getting land that they need. And they'll annex this land too, and then here. This looks so weird. So now they have to get from Thailand over here. Oh. And now we see this over here. Now we see them. Oh, okay. I'll just spare you the details of this area. So the Vietnam puppet will get this, and a new all of this over here will go over to Indonesia, and this will become a Laos puppet. Or Lao. Who cares what its name is? Because I don't. Yeah, they had to secure this because they didn't want to like this. It just looked weird. And now we see, boom, okay. This video is a long one. So yeah, now they have all this land. And now, this gets a little risky. Because, well, they want to take Taiwan. But that'll anger China. So what do? You go after India. Real quick, let's just go over here to Yemen. Okay, okay. So they just invaded Yemen for absolutely no reason. And these African nations are like, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't come any closer to us. And Indonesia is like, no, we just wanted Yemen. The Yemenese people are like, why? What? Why did this happen? Why did we get invaded by Indonesia? They're so far away. And then Indonesia's like, you're in a civil war, so you're an easy target. And yeah, so they annexed all of Yemen. Yeah, that was weird. And of course, the Yemenis people would be questioning what happened. So yeah, now they're a little stronger. So now what do they do next? Well, now they can invade India. So they go over here, capturing this. And Pakistan joins in on the invasion for absolutely no reason, just for the land. Why? Well, they hate India. Know who else hates India? China. They invade over here and meet up with Indonesia. They know they're going to invade them, so they might as well get on their good side. They'll promise them Taiwan if they get some land from this, from India. So they actually accept. Well, okay, China, you didn't have to invade Japan. Well, I don't know why that happened. I don't know why China decided to invade Bhutan. I guess they were just hungry for that land. I guess they were just hungry for land, so they decided to invade into Bhutan. Okay. Oh, now they're just saying now they're going to invade into Nepal. Okay. Oh, now they land over here in the southern coast of India. India's having like a three-front war. They try to call the U.S. Well, the U.S. refused to help because this. So India's like calling Russia. They refuse to help because they don't want to sever ties with China. And yeah, okay, so India got cut off from Kashmir. I know the comments are gonna be controversial from that statement. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I support all the claims of 8 countries over Kashmir. Take the borders look nice the way they are. Pakistan and borders already look cool because they kind of look like a dinosaur. Yeah, India is now fighting a 2-front war. So, yeah, now Bangladeshi Indonesian peoples are gonna help. So they now are helping. Yeah, everyone's just, yeah, they're almost cut off entirely. And Indonesia's like, okay, we'll take this land. Now the North Sentinelese people are like trying to throw spears at them, but They give them some, but they come in with gifts and technology, and they introduce them to modern day stuff. They help them advance, and they're happy. Now they are Indonesian, not Indian. Yep. I just, yeah. Um, Speaking of the North Centralese, like if you try to visit them, you'll probably die. So don't visit that island, North Sentinel Island, which, let me go over to Google Earth real quick. Let me just show you where it is. So while we're doing that, I'll be doing this, the invasion. Also, if you haven't seen the Google, if you don't know already, Google Earth and Google Maps have renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. I know the comments are gonna hate that, are gonna be controversial. So let me just show you that island. Alright. Fraser, it's called the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So right over here is North Sentinel Island. See, this right here, this is the people. You can see they have spears and bows. If you try to get close, they'll shoot. Wow, look at that. That's so nice. Wow. Oh, wow, is that a store? There's a store there? Wait, can I put in Street View? Is there a Street View over here? No Street View. Probably because if you try that. Yeah, so if they try that, if you try to, probably because you can't visit that. Onward with the invasion of India. Yeah, it's going pretty well for them. New Delhi has already been captured, so this will be quick. And quick it was, because India is now gone. Take a look at that peace treaty. Alright, in this peace treaty we see that China will get all of this area right over here. So they'll also get this area right here. Indonesia will get this area. Pakistan will get all of this. They also split this over here with China. China also gets this land over here. Indonesia takes this land and also this land. And Bhutan, Nepal, and India, the puppet state of India, will unite. This is probably the largest puppet state they have. Some people say Taiwan is not a country. Well, I say they're a country because, well, I recognize them because they have real support of the U.S. They are supported by the U.S. So if China would even try to invade Taiwan, the U.S. would intervene. Wait, what? Okay. Pakistan looks cooler now. For some reason, I don't know why. And you know what that means? Taiwan is annexed by the Indonesians. Also, let me put that there. And now we see, let me just color this all in real quick. Well, let me just get all this. Also, Hong Kong and hold on, let me just get all that. Right, where's H? They say Hong Kong's a country, but they're like autonomous, an autonomous region of China. So yeah, that's why they're not gonna be. And that's their own. That's why they're not gonna be. That's why I put them in this color for China. Okay, let me add in Pakistan. So we'll do them like this. Very dark purple / red color. They also take Delhi, so that's good for them. And there it is, the Indonesian Empire at its peak. Alright, there you go, guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.